World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit 2023. Ating pong tatalakayin kasama si Alim Siddiqui Giapal, Program Manager ng Halal Industry Development ng Department of Trade and Industry. And together with Sir Giapal, we are also with Fasil Irwan Som, CEO of Penang Halal International, and Dr. Sari Lengogeni, Chairwoman of West Sumatra Tourism Board. Good morning and welcome to Public Briefing.
Morning, magandang umaga.
Good morning, Audrey.
Morning from Indonesia.
Right, magandang umaga po sa inyo. Kay Sir Giapal. Sir, maaari niyo po bang ipaliwanag ano po itong World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit? Ano po ang layunin at kahalagahan po nito?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Maraming salamat, Audrey, sa binigyan ninyong oportunidad para may bahagi ang layunin ng World Islamic Entrepreneurship Summit happening in Indonesia on September 6 and 9. Ang layunin, Audrey, ay bigyan ng plataforma yung mga entrepreneur, maliliit na manggagawa, kasama na rin po ang ating mga SME, na magkaroon ng pagpupulong, including investment promotion, B2B, kung saan mabigyan ng haligi at suporta ang pangangailangan ng ating mga maliliit na mga negosyante. Pangalawa po ay i-address din po yung inclusive economic framework in a polarized community or society. So nakikipagtulungan tayo sa probinsya ng Sumatra. Andito nga po si Dr. Sari ng Indonesia, kasama na rin po ang Penang Halal International sa Malaysia. Isa po ito sa objective at adikain ng ahensya ng Department of Trade and Industries, pangunguna po ng aming butihing Secretary, si Secretary Alfredo Pascual. Ang halal po ngayon ay isa sa mga prioridad ng ating ahensya kung saan makikipagpulong tayo sa darating na World Islamic Entrepreneurship Summit 2023.
Okay, sir, para po sa kaalaman ng ating mga tagapanood, ilang taon na po ba ginagawa itong summit o conference na ito? May plano din po ba ang ating bansa na idaos ang World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit sa Pilipinas?
Yes, Audrey. Marami ng mga naunang pagtitipon in collaboration with Penang Halal International. Pero ito pong pinakamalaking summit na ito where we are expecting attendees from Southeast Asia, from the Middle East, from Africa. May mga nag-signify na po more than 13 countries representing the different parts of the world. Ito po ay kauna-unahang inaugural na pagtitipon kung saan dadaluhan ng mga industry leaders, government representatives, ministers, at pati na rin po ng ating mga negosyante at especially the women and the youth sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Asia, ng Middle East at ng Africa. Dito po sa Pilipinas, naglalayon tayo bilang isa sa mga direktiba ng ating butihing Secretary Alfredo Pascual. Naglalayon tayo before the end of the year, mai-launch natin yung mga programa na makakatulong sa pagsuporta. Kasama na rin po rito yung halal financing sa ating mga SME.
Okay, sir, sa ilang araw na summit na ito, ano po yung mga focus topics na tatalakayin sa conference?
Yeah. Una-una, Audrey, is yung role ng women sa entrepreneurship, kung paano masuportahan yung mga women's organization. Pangalawa is how do we empower the youth, paano masuportahan yung mga kabataan na nagdinegosyo, especially the startup, and the fusion of technology or digital economy to that effect. At pangatlo po, yung halal financing sa ating mga SME.
Sir Giapal, kayo naririnig niyo po ba kami, sir?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Naghang lang na konti, no? Well, sir, in addition to Dr. Sari, in addition to the topics and discussion from your guest speakers, what are the other things that the participant will look forward in this conference? Can you give us some background of some of the speakers on this summit?
Yes, well, thank you very much, and thank you for having me here. This is the World Islamic Economic Summit is actually the platforms of the global economic movement to empower the 99% of global population, which is small, medium enterprise that still facing and encountering the difficulties and obstacles, and also the lot of barriers to scaling up their business. So the World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit is actually the bridge to facilitate from the 99% of populations of SMEs and 1% of the key players through the digital world today. So we actually have the 5 platforms. First is a G2G level summit where we are inviting the leaders of economic leaders like prime ministers of Malaysia, Thailand, and also some of the ministry from Uzbekistan, UAE, Malaysia, Thailand, and also it expected to be attended by the vice presidents of Indonesia. So in this test, the World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit will discussing about the key strategies in the how to empowering the halal industry that is we witnessing as the fastest one of the fastest growing industries in the world now. Second, we will have the conference that we invite credible and high reputable of speakers around the I think 13 countries, including Mr. Ali, and most of them is very strong business players. And we talk about more in digital automation technology in halal industry, Muslim panels, and then women's participation, youth, and also the business as well, and also the tourisms. And the third, we also inviting the women to participate to empowering the modest fashions. That is one of the biggest sectors in the halal industries today. We also invite for business matching and also business investment forum and also the tabletops from the tourism. And we expect to have a showcase of the all of the product by the creative industry to be performed in these high levels meetings. I think that's all from Indonesia, and we also cordially invite you to register to www.ws.co.id. So we welcome to all of the participants to join this summit. Thank you very much.
All right, Dr. Sari, a lot of young generations nowadays are into business. How can this summit introduce and support the youth in creating business and entering the world of entrepreneurship?
Yes. One of the challenges and also the biggest and main sectors that we include in this summit is youth. We're going to talk about exploring the digital opportunities in the Muslim industry and also the accelerating the digital inclusion in traditional industries. As we are witnessing that there is a growing numbers of startup in the halal industry now. Indonesia is itself accounted about over 2,300 startup that growing in the over the populations. And we know that one of the biggest challenges that we face in the startup now is not only the management and also access and networking. So we expected that we can also discuss more about, like, for example, like blockchain technology and also the Internet of Things and so on to be included as the strategic sessions in the youth session later on.
All right, to Sir Fasil, sir, can you give us or can you explain to us briefly what is the automation technology and how does it help when we talk about inclusive economy?
Well, thank you so much. Well, in terms of automation technology, obviously, as you know, the world is suffering a lot from inefficiency, a lot of wastage of energy that is contributing a lot to the climate situation that we have, climate change. So because of this, a lot, and also because of the old technology landscape or infrastructure that we have used, we have created so much inequality in the world, where people who have access to these kind of technologies, who has big capital, were able to leapfrog other people in the production curve. So with automation technology, with technology that is efficient, we can create more, better products, cheaper products, and less use of energy. So we're actually hitting two important things here. Number one is employment, and number two is environmental conservation. So because of that, why is digital automation technology so important is because it is definitely an enabler for an inclusive economy, so that more and more people can participate in the mainstream economy, and at the same time also to help protect the environment. So we are going on the right track. We believe we are going on the right track. And one of the, as Dr. Sari has mentioned, one of the main themes of the inaugural World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit is actually is really stressing on this point on automation technology and how it can really open up doors to many entrepreneurs out there. And it's very, very important, the message of the World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit, because we believe, it's predicated on the belief that at least in our region, 95 to 99% of businesses are micro, small economies, small enterprises, and these are enterprises that are struggling. They're trying to pay the bills and all this. So they need a lot of help, more than the 5% to 1% of the population who can sort themselves out. So this is the focus of the platform of the summit, and we hope that with the cooperation of countries within the region, especially ASEAN, we can actually make a big impact on this space.
Yes, Sir Fasil, what are the things that will be discussed in the tourism session in the summit?
Well, on the tourism session, of course, one of the main idea, in line with the idea of helping the majority 99%, is to explore the possibility of including rural tourism in the mainstream agenda of the national tourism package, for example. I'm very lucky because a few weeks ago, last month, I was in Yogyakarta in Indonesia, and I was really, really impressed and touched, to be honest, because I actually went for a rural tourism service where I rode bicycles around the Javanese village. And it's really amazing that how much we can actually open up opportunities to the rural areas by just really focusing on developing these rural pockets of tourism opportunities. So this is actually one of the focus that for the World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit, and also to see what can we do to strengthen tourism cooperation within the ASEAN region.
Okay, Sir Fasil, can you give us some background when we say digital opportunities in Muslim-friendly tourism sector? Specifically, what are these opportunities that we can share to the participants?
I guess during the pandemic, a lot of things have changed. And as you know, the tourism sector has been one of the most hardest hit sectors during the pandemic. And because of that, a lot of new digital solutions, new digital opportunities have cropped up in this sector within the region. We, of course, because of that, and to also cater for the changing landscape of tourism, of the tourism sector, and of course also the preferences of tourists themselves, we need to also look at new technologies where we can perhaps not replace but enhance the tourism sector experience. For example, to have more of real life experiences, online experiences of tourism, services that we can actually, in a way, increase the chances of tourists to enter into certain countries because of these experiences. So these are things that we are looking at. I mean, of course, things like, for example, OTAs, online travel agencies. This is nothing new, but of course, there are always ways, there are always opportunities to improve these kind of services. But as I said, augmented reality, for example, virtual reality, these are some of the things that can help enhance that experience. But of course, this is still in a nascent stage, and we hope through the discussions at the forum, at the summit, we can find out some ideas that can lead us to a better tourism experience in the region.
Okay, thank you, Sir Fasil. Balikan po natin si Sir Giapal, para po sa kaalaman ng ating mga tagapanood. Muli, kailan at saan po gaganapin ang World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit 2023?
Yes, Audrey, gaganapin po ang World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit 2023 sa Padang, West Sumatra, Indonesia. Ito po ay magaganap sa darating na September 6 to 9. Magkita-kita po tayo doon, kasama na rin po ng delegasyon mula sa Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Kuwait, Vietnam, Japan, Singapore, Spain, Australia, UAE, Uzbekistan, at Timor-Leste. Muli, sa ngalan po ng pamunuan ng Department of Trade and Industry at ang aking mga kasamahan sa World Islamic Entrepreneur Summit 2023, nagpapasalamat po kami sa public briefing Laging Handa PH sa inyong pagpapaunlad.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Sir Alim Siddiqui Giapal, Program Manager of Halal Industry Development from DTI, with Fasil Irwansom, CEO of Penang Halal International, and Dr. Sari Lingogeni, Chairwoman of West Sumatra Tourism Board.